gossiping, throwing dirt on my name like that's gonna keep me buried. They don't realize the storm they tried to drown is the same one ripping their fucking roofs off now. They think they still got time. They think they still got options. Nah. That clock they hear ticking ain't their watch. It's their countdown. It's every lie, every knife in my back, every ounce of fake love they sold stacking up, ready to crush them under the weight of their own bullshit. They thought the grave they dug was mine. They didn't realize they were digging their own. I ain't coming back with warnings. I ain't throwing threats. I ain't announcing my moves like some rookie. Nah. I'm moving in silence, hidden in shadows, burning their fake empires down when they least expect it. They won't even realize they lost until they're standing in the ashes, wondering when the sky turned black. They will see, and when they do, they'll wish to every god they abandoned that they never counted me out. They thought absence meant weakness. They thought because I wasn't shouting at the world that I was losing. Nah, real power don't announce itself. Real power don't need spotlights or fucking approval. Real power moves like death. Silent, certain, inevitable. Every second they forgot about me, I was growing. I was learning. I was getting colder, harder, smarter. They're still playing checkers, moving one piece at a time, thinking they got strategy, thinking they got control. Meanwhile, I'm 3 fucking boards ahead, knocking over kings and burning down castles they ain't even seen yet. They still playing to be liked. I'm playing to conquer. They still worrying about clout, about gossip, about attention. I'm worrying about legacy, about vengeance, about leaving scars so deep they echo for generations. They thought they were winning. Cute. Watch what happens when someone who truly lost.
We're back, heathens. Yeah, they talking about white babes spazzed. He said, if you want to date black men, if I want to date black men, I can date whoever I want to. Mind your business and stay in your fucking lane.
Truly lost everything. Besides, they got nothing left to protect except their own goddamn mission. Watch what happens when patience runs out and rage takes the wheel. They will see, and they won't be ready for it. They will see a force that don't negotiate, that don't compromise, that don't even slow down, only destroy. They think they're the hunters. They think they got control, cause they got mouths bigger than their courage. They don't realize they're already prey, marked, hunted, counted. Every laugh, every insult, every hesitation. They thought it was a game. They thought it was a show. They thought the stage would be theirs forever. The curtain's falling. The lights are going out. And when the darkness hits, they're gonna realize too goddamn late. They never stood a chance. They never had the heart for war. They were just another meal for a monster they created with their own filthy hands. They will see, and there won't be a goddamn thing left they can do but watch. They never learned the first fucking rule of war. Don't start what you can't finish. They poked the beast. They rattled the cage. They threw their weak little punches and thought they did damage. They never realized that real killers don't react loud. Real killers go quiet. Real killers don't bark back. They vanish into the shadows and build destruction brick by fucking brick. They thought I'd play by their rules. Thought I'd stoop to their pathetic level, screaming and crying for attention. Nah, I let them celebrate their fake victories. I let them think they had won. I let them lower their guard, fatten themselves on false pride, blind themselves with comfort. And now I'm coming back, and every move is gonna be calculated, cold, merciless. They ain't gonna see it coming. They ain't gonna know which lie is the one that sinks them. They'll be drowning before they even realize the water's up to their necks. They will see that this ain't some emotional comeback. This is vengeance designed like art. This is wrath packaged in silence. This is a motherfucker who learned patience from pain and precision from betrayal. They will see a war they can't run from. A war that don't even need guns. Just the weight of their own sins pulling them under. They're too busy talking about the past, bragging about the shit they think they did, drunk off their own egos. Meanwhile, I'm out here building futures. I'm building weapons out of the very stones they threw at me. They think 'cause it's quiet, they're safe. They don't know that real destruction moves silent until the last second. Until it's too fucking late. They thought this was about clout. About who gets the loudest applause. Nah. This is about domination. This is about legacy. This is about taking their names, their titles, their memories, and grinding them into the fucking dirt so deep, even history won't bother digging them up. They thought betrayal would end me. It freed me. They thought loneliness would kill me. It fortified me. They thought rejection would break me. It turned me into something they ain't ready for. Every time they laughed, I built. Every time they doubted, I trained. Every time they turned their backs, I sharpened my soul into a blade they can't block. They're still busy celebrating the battle. Meanwhile, I'm already writing the terms of their surrender. see. And when they do, it'll be with broken dreams hanging from their necks, like chains they forged with their own hands. They will see me walk back into their world like a goddamn ghost, the one they thought they buried but couldn't kill. And when they do, it ain't gonna be cheers or claps they hear. It's gonna be the sound of their own doubts crushing their lungs. It's gonna be the silence of every fake friend disappearing. It's gonna be the heavy fucking weight of realization that they picked the wrong side of history. They'll sit there watching me climb higher and higher, powerless to stop it, powerless to undo the mistakes they made. And the worst part ain't gonna be the loss. It ain't gonna be the regret. It's gonna be the memory. The memory that when they had the chance to stand beside me, to build with me, they chose to stab me instead. And now, they'll get to watch from the dirt as I rise into a future they'll never touch. That's the real punishment. That's the real fucking revenge. Not killing them, not beating them, not screaming at them. Nah, winning so goddamn hard that their souls rot inside their own skins every time they hear my name. Every time they see what I became without them. Every time they realize they created the very thing that made them irrelevant. They will see, and they'll never forget what they lost. They thought it was personal. It ain't personal anymore. It's destiny now.
This is where they found somebody in the car over here, y'all. Inside the car, deceased in this parking lot here. Yesterday. Right over here, where this wall at, to the orange wall to the right.
It's evolution. It's the law of the fucking jungle. You either adapt or you get eaten. They thought they were hunters. They thought they were sharks. Motherfucker. I became the ocean. I became the ground they can't escape. I became the silence between their heartbeats. The weight behind every doubt. The storm that don't just pass. It rewrites the fucking landscape. They thought I'd come begging for a seat at their table. Nah. I'm building a whole new kingdom. And they ain't even invited to the fucking dirt it stands on. They will see that every move they made against me wasn't just a betrayal. It was a fucking investment. tears they can't wipe away and screams, nobody's coming to answer.
You're here, doing your... Hey, y'all, P. Diddy done. He gonna take the feds to trial. P. Diddy is done. That video of him at the hotel room, nigga, you should have took that deal, nigga. The hell wrong with you, nigga? You done. You most definitely gonna need that old way you going up. Understand me? That nigga is done, y'all. Then they gonna bring out all the motherfuckers that gotta testify, y'all. The LeBron James, all the motherfuckers that ain't no party like a Diddy party. All that shit. That motherfucker done.
You crawled up this mountain, didn't you? On your hands and knees like a beggar. Like someone who ain't ever had a taste of real hunger. You came for answers. You came for change. Well, you ain't gonna like what I'm about to tell you. But you better listen close. They wanted a monster, huh? Those people. The ones who looked at you like you wasn't enough. They thought the crown was just a piece of metal, a decoration to flaunt, a weightless, hollow thing that makes men bow when women whisper. But what they don't understand, what they'll never understand, is that a crown is a noose. You don't wear it to shine, you wear it to bleed. Every piece of it digs into your skull. Every jewel a memory of what you've lost. And every inch of it presses down like the weight of a mountain. They wanted to strip it from me. Strip me of what makes me, me. The Mountain King, dethroned by cowards and shadows. By whispers and daggers in the dark. They thought I'd crumble, but the fall would break me. They laughed, didn't they? Smiling like snakes as they dug their knives into my back. But they don't know what a mountain does when you try to crush it. It doesn't break. It grinds everything beneath it into dust. You see, they don't understand what it takes to hold this throne. They don't understand what it took to build it. It's not gold that forged this kingdom. It's not the blood of traitors or the fear of the weak. It's the scars I wear beneath my armor. The wars I fought when there was no one left to fight beside me. The nights I stayed awake staring at the stars, wondering if this damn fight was even worth it. They don't know about the storms I've walked through, the cold that froze my bones, the heat that scorched my soul. They only see the crown, the throne, the strength. They don't see the man who carries it all. But I'll show them. Oh, I'll show them the king they never wanted to face. I'll remind them what a storm looks like when it's unleashed. I'll remind them why you don't poke a sleeping giant. Why you don't tug on the chain of a beast you can't tame. They thought they could bury me. Thought they could trap me under the rubble of their schemes. Silence my name with got something important. You don't bury a mountain. You only make it grow taller. I'll make them regret every word they whispered, every dagger they raised against me. I'll make them choke on their own fear when they see me rise again. They'll look at me and see not just a man, not just a king, but a force they can't comprehend, a force they can't stop. They'll learn that pain doesn't break kings like me. It builds us. Every betrayal, every wound, every tear, it's all mortar and stone. Every scar is another brick in the fortress of my soul. They wanted to tear me down, to leave me with nothing. But all they've done is give me the fuel to burn their world to the ground. Let them watch as I rise. Let them tremble as I walk back into the halls they tried to claim as their own. I won't come quietly. No, I'll come roaring like thunder, shaking the earth beneath their feet. I'll remind them why the mountain stands unshaken, why its roots go deeper than their shallow ambitions. You think this pain will stop me? This loneliness? This weight on my chest? Nah. Pain is my teacher, my fuel. I carry it like a weapon, sharpened and ready. Every time they broke me, they only forged me stronger. Every time they thought I was done, I learned to endure. And now I'll make them endure me.
Living with opioid addiction can be a struggle.
See that the king they tried to break is still here, still standing, still watching. They'll see the fire in my eyes, the unyielding strength in my hands, and they'll know, deep down in their cowardly hearts, they'll know they've made a mistake they can't take back. They wanted a weak king.
Right.
Someone they could control.
Like Joe Biden.
Someone they could mold into their puppet.
Like Joe Biden.
Someone who would bow to their whims.
Like Joe Biden.
But that's not who I am. I'm not a servant. I'm not a pawn. I'm the damn Mountain King. And this throne is mine. Not because they gave it to me, but because I earned it. Because I fought for it. Because I bled for it. And now they'll see what happens when you try to steal from the man who built everything they're standing on. I'll crush their lies, their schemes, their fragile little egos. I'll make them see that the mountain doesn't fall. It rises.
Pay attention to the streets and sidewalks, y'all. Let's get back to it.
Rises higher and higher until it blocks out their pathetic little sun. Let them hate me. Let them fear me. Hell, let them curse my name until their throats go dry. None of it matters. None of it changes who I am, what I've built, what I'll do. I don't need their approval, their love, their loyalty. I only need their silence as they kneel before me. They'll bow. Oh, they'll bow. Not because they want to, but because they'll have no other choice. Because they'll realize that no matter how hard they try, no matter how many times they strike, I'll keep standing, I'll keep fighting, and I'll keep winning. This isn't just about revenge. It's about reminding the world what a real king looks like. A king who doesn't crumble under pressure. A king who doesn't run from the fight. A king who doesn't break. No matter how many times he's pushed to the edge. They wanted to see me fall. But now, they'll see me rise. And when I do, they'll wish they had never dared to challenge me. Because I'll show them the king they never wanted to face. The king they can't defeat. The Mountain King. Unbroken. Unyielding. Unstoppable. This is my throne. My mountain. My destiny. And I'll be damned if I let anyone take it from me. Let them come. Let them try. I'm ready. I'll show them all. They'll learn what it means to fight a king who has nothing left to lose. They'll taste the ashes of their ambitions when they see me. No, not the man they remember, but the storm I've become. Every scar on my body is a lesson they taught me. Every ounce of pain is fuel for the fire burning inside. They tried to break me, thought they could, but they didn't understand the first rule of power. You don't destroy what you can't replace. I'll make them regret underestimating me. I'll show them that the weight of my crown wasn't a burden. It was my armor. Every tear, every betrayal, every moment I spent clawing my way back up, they've all forged me into something they can't comprehend. A king? No. A king can be overthrown. A king can be broken. I am more than that now. I am the mountain. The immovable, indestructible force that rises no matter how many storms try to tear it down. They wanted me silent, didn't they? Wanted me to fade away into nothingness, forgotten and irrelevant. But here's the thing about silence. It's just the calm before the roar.
That's a fact. Then they say King Trump want to open up Alcatraz. Open it back up, King. Open it back up. Put them heathens in there. The Jasmine Crockett's and all those foolish demons in the Democratic Party. Put George Soros in there. Old bastard. Them and Alex. Fruitcake. Alex the Fruitcake. Man. Alex the Fruitcake. King Trump came in and interrupted George Soros' little sweetback son program. See what it is, y'all. Y'all remember the toy with Richard Pryor and the rich spoiled brat? Y'all remember that? Well, that's what it is with George Soros. He's a spoiled little mook, sweetback, who wanted to convert the world over to mooks. Now he's in his little room crying, Daddy, Daddy, they stopped our funding, Daddy. What are you gonna do, Daddy? Y'all remember the toy? That's George Soros and his mook-ass son, Alex Soros. Yeah, let me hear this one. The day I returned, the day they shattered the motherfuckers. That was a fact. Mercy died a long time ago when you crossed me, god damn it. And that's what it is.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart plus free delivery, which saves me money on all the plants I order. Plus, my membership saves me time.
Yeah, P. Diddy done, y'all. Y'all know 98.9% of people that go to trial with the feds lose? Diddy, you guilty. You guilty than a motherfucker. They gonna bring all them motherfuckers out the woodworks. The LeBron James, ain't no party like a Diddy party. All them motherfucking mooks, man. And half of the motherfuckers part of the Democratic Party that was part of that shit. The Kamala Harris bringing Megan Thee Stallion and all them motherfuckers twerking and all that fuck devil activity. Half them motherfuckers gotta testify, y'all. Yeah, it's ready to get ugly out this motherfucker. But let's not forget those 5 nigger cops. And that's just what they were, niggers. Nigger cops that beat up on that man. That trial's still going on too. It's a lot going on around the world, y'all. But yet, these lame ass Jasmine Crockett's and Roland Martins up here defending illegal migrants any way they can. Any way they can. They still defending these motherfuckers, y'all. For real, man. It's to the point, like I said, y'all, we know who they are. And you know what I mean? Straight up, it's in the scriptures, y'all. You gotta take them motherfuckers out back, y'all. And put the noose around their goddamn neck. You understand me? That party is of the devil, man. And you got some of the Republicans that's of the devil. But what I see in King Trump is he most connected to the Most High than you fucking devils, man. So y'all can't tell me otherwise, god damn it. I told you, when you say go left, nigga, I go right, god damn it. I don't fuck with you niggas. You niggas is nothing but bad luck, man, on your own community. Not fucking with you niggas. Not all my peoples, but y'all know the ones that's in high positions. That's quick to tell you a lie in your face, a bold-faced lie in your face. You understand me? So no, fuck that. We ain't part of no go along, get along gang. We don't give a damn about that party. That Democratic Party. You understand me? That shit is of the devil. Everything they got going on. And everybody that's a part of that shit, y'all. Them organizations, those fracks, sororities, all that shit is of the devil. Y'all need to denounce all that foolishness and come back to the Most High, god damn it. Otherwise, y'all my enemy. God damn it. Fuck out of here. That fake shit. God damn it. Also said in the Bible that one day your ass was going to be exposed for all the devil activity y'all into. And that's the world we living in now. Y'all shit been exposed. And when you be exposed, like they say, you didn't know the history of that foolishness. You understand me? Because there was no one there to teach you, and you didn't read through those books, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all didn't read through them books. You just signed up because one of your best friends signed up and told you it was a cool thing to do. You understand me? Fuck that. Y'all ain't gonna sit here and flip the narrative on my peoples that's really woke, because y'all sleep like a motherfucker. Y'all most definitely sleeping like a motherfucker around here. You trying to brainwash the other mass of the people to make it seem that Donald Trump is this old racist, he's here to end democracy. Nah, Y'all end the democracy when y'all start letting them illegal migrants cross the border and start protecting these LGBT mooks like no ever. You understand me? That's when democracy ended, goddammit. Don't put that shit on Trump. For real. Y'all going to miss me with that fuck shit. I know you motherfucking devils. Y'all part of them cults and shit. Taking oaths to all types of foolishness, and in one hand you worshiping the Most High, in the other hand you following devil, Lucifer, and all that shit, man. Denounce that shit. Do a video. All you heathens that's out there in these organizations, only thing you got to do is do a video and denounce that shit. Burn all that shit the fuck up. All those fake ass devil-like Bibles that they gave y'all and pamphlets, burn that shit. Denounce it, do a video, burn that shit. Denounce that shit. Give all praises to the Most High. Fuck all that shit. The blind lead the blind. Y'all gonna end up in the ditch fucking with these niggas, man. These the same niggas that sold Kunta Kinte into slavery. Fuck that.
He was forged in betrayal, sharpened by silence, and crowned by pain. He doesn't break, he builds. He doesn't fear, he leads. He is the storm they tried to bury, and now he is the legend they can't ignore.
I am the legend who suffered through darkness and hell. I walked through fire with no promise of water. I clawed my way through nights so black, even the stars turned their backs on me. There were no guiding lights, no warm hands reaching down, just the echo of my own breath in the cold void. And still, I kept moving. I bled. Not once, not twice, but over and over, until the pain became my companion, until the ache in my bones felt like home. I forgot what softness felt like. I forgot what comfort even meant. Every smile I once knew turned into teeth. Every door became a wall. Every voice a reminder of betrayal. I wasn't always like this. I used to believe in hope, in loyalty, in the idea that maybe, just maybe, love could save something. But those were lies sold to children, pretty fables, wrapped in ribbons to hide the blade beneath. I learned that the hard way. I learned it in silence, in screams muffled by my own pride. In the crushing weight of abandonment, they took my heart. Or maybe I gave it, and they shattered it. Either way, it's gone. And what replaced it? Not hatred, not rage. No, those are still too human. What filled the hollow was something colder, sharper. Precision, purpose, fire without warmth, ice without mercy. I don't feel like them anymore. I don't think like them. I've evolved. I became the weapon forged in silence. The answer to a world that never answered back. I stopped waiting for someone to save me. I became the storm. I am not the broken one crawling for help. I am the force that rose from the ruins, fists clenched, jaw locked, eyes full of fury and focus. Look at me, not with pity, not with awe, with truth. I am the result of pain too deep for tears, of nights too long for rest, of wounds that never closed, but burned into my skin like marks of war. This is not a phase. This is not a costume. This is the evolution of a soul that refused to die. There were times I could have laid down and let the darkness swallow me. Would have been easy, peaceful even. But I spit in the face of peace. I chewed on chaos and called it breakfast. I walked through hell and dragged my shadow behind me, like a chain I dared anyone to try and break. I've been forgotten. I've been dismissed. I've been underestimated so many times the word impossible started sounding like an invitation. So I stopped talking. I stopped explaining. I let results speak for me. I let the silence scream. The truth no one wanted to hear. I cannot be broken. I cannot be stopped. I am not like the rest. There's power in the ones who suffer in silence. There's strength in the ones who get back up without applause, who train in the dark, who sharpen their mind and soul while the world sleeps. I became that. I became the outlier, the outcast, the anomaly. And now I'm the standard, the legend. I wasn't born for comfort. I wasn't made for ease. I was built for the war. Most people are too scared to fight. I looked my demons in the face and smiled. I invited them in and made them my audience. They watched me grow. They watched me rise. And now they watch me rule. I don't ask for validation. I don't need permission. Everything I am, I earned with blood and grit and relentless will. I didn't inherit this strength. I earned it, one scar at a time. And if the cost was innocence, then so be it. Innocence never protected me. Fire did. Some say I'm too far gone. Maybe I am. But if this is what it takes to survive, if this is what it takes to conquer, then I'll gladly wear the title of monster, legend, myth. Let them whisper. Let them wonder how I keep going. How I...
They wouldn't understand it. Understand me?
How I keep winning. How I keep standing when others fall. The answer's simple. I already died once. This version of me. This is the one that came back with nothing to lose. I have nothing left to fear. Not failure. Not loneliness. Not death. I've danced with all three, and none could hold me. I've buried the past. I've scorched the future. All that exists is now. This moment, this breath, this fire in my chest that refuses to burn out. There's no more room for doubt in me. No more space for regret. Every tear I shed became a stone in the throne I now sit on. Every heartbreak, fuel. Every betrayal, proof. I keep receipts in my bones. I don't forget. I don't forgive. I transcend. I am not bitter. I am not angry. I am focused. I am clean. I am absolute. While the world plays games and sings lullabies to comfort their broken egos, I'm in the trenches, grinding, sharpening, perfecting. I do not seek peace. I seek excellence. When I close my eyes, I don't see rest. I see war. I see the next mountain. I see the next battlefield. And I welcome it. Because that's where I thrive. That's where I come alive. Not in safety, not in applause, but in pressure, in pain, in the kind of silence where most people lose themselves. But I found me. I am the legend who suffered through darkness and hell and kept going. Let them talk, let them mock, let them doubt. I don't move for noise. I move for results. I am not here to prove anything to anyone. I already proved it to myself, and that's all that ever mattered. I am the king of my own hell. I built this place brick by brick. No one dragged me here. No one threw me in chains. I walked in willingly, carrying every regret, every mistake, every broken promise like sacred offerings. I lit the fires myself. I carved the walls with my own hands. This hell, I made it, and now I rule it. The screams that echo through the corridors, they're mine. The shadows that creep along the floor, twisting into shapes I can't name. I know them. I named them once. They were my thoughts, my guilt, my rage, my weakness. I am not innocent. I am not a victim. I've bled for every throne I sat on, even this one, especially this one. I didn't fall. I descended, slowly, proudly. I chose the fire over the light because the fire felt honest. The light lied to me. It pretended to love me, then turned cold when I needed warmth the most. The fire burned, but at least it stayed. Here, pain is not a punishment. It's a language, and I speak it fluently. I stopped asking for rescue. No savior's coming. No hand from the sky will break through the smoke to pull me out. I stopped looking up. I look inward. I look down. And what I see now is power, not pity. This place was meant to break me. It didn't. It sharpened me. I don't cry anymore. I roar. I don't ask for forgiveness. I don't need it. I made peace with the storm because I am the storm. I used to be afraid of the dark. Now I move through it like a king through his kingdom. Every ghost that haunts these halls bows to me now. Every demon that once whispered doubt into my ear now trembles when I speak. I do not fear monsters. I've become one. Not the kind that preys on the innocent. The kind that devours weakness. The kind that refuses to stay down. The kind that keeps walking with broken bones and a burning heart. This crown isn't made of gold. It's made of ash and iron and teeth. It's heavy, but it fits. I earned it. There was a time I begged for peace. I begged for love. I begged for someone to see me. Now I see myself. I don't need peace. I am the war. I don't need love. I carry enough fire inside me to keep warm. And as for being seen, I don't care anymore. I never needed their eyes. I needed my own.
Mercy died in him long ago. Weakness fears him. Darkness respects him. He is not like the rest. He is the weapon, the war, and the reckoning.
I hate weakness more than I fear darkness. Darkness never lied to me. Darkness never pretended to be something it wasn't. It came exactly as it is. Cold, absolute, merciless, and I respected it for that. I learned to see in it. I learned to fight in it. I became sharper inside it. But weakness creeps in like a smile, with a knife behind its back. It whispers like a friend and kills like a coward. And I hate it. I hate it because I know exactly what it feels like to let it win. I know what it feels like to crawl, to bleed, to beg God for a reason. Any reason not to quit. I remember standing in the mirror, not recognizing the eyes staring back. Hollow, shattered, gone. But even then, even when I had nothing left, I spit blood and stood up again. Because I wasn't going to die weak. I wasn't going to die on my knees. I burned the part of me that hesitated. I buried the part of me that needed comfort. Comfort is a lie. It keeps people soft. It wraps them in warm words and empty promises, while their soul rots in silence. I don't need warmth. I don't need soft. I need truth. I need the fire. I need the pain. That's where strength lives. I chose to become something else. Something more. Something the world couldn't break. I forged myself in isolation, in silence, in betrayal. When everyone disappeared, I stayed. When the lights went out, I kept moving. When love failed me, I didn't flinch. I looked into the eyes of the devil and smiled, because I knew I wouldn't bend. I've been counted out more times than I can remember. They thought I was finished. They thought I was too...
Refresh your space with a mid-century makeover and
rebuild. But they never understood. I don't rebuild. I evolve. I mutate. I come back worse. I come back untouchable. I am not made of second chances. I am made of scars and rage. And something they'll never understand. Something that doesn't break. Something that doesn't feel sorry. I don't want their pity. I don't want their forgiveness. I don't want their approval. All of it is weakness wrapped in sugar. I want strength. I want power. I want the kind of resilience that makes death blink first. Every time I hear that voice inside whisper, rest, I answer with violence. I push harder. I run faster. I train longer. Because I know what lies at the edge of comfort. And it's death. Not physical death, that would be mercy. The other death. The quiet kind. The death of ambition. Of discipline. Of self. The one you don't even notice until it's too late and you're looking back, wondering what happened to the fire you once had. Not me. I won't let it take me. I'd rather choke on blood than sip from a cup of weakness. I'd rather burn alone than be held by something soft that keeps me tame. I don't want to be tamed. I want to be free. Free to be ruthless. Free to be wild. Free to tear through every limitation until there's nothing left but truth. And that truth is this. I am not normal. I am not built like them. I was not made to live an average life. I was made for war. I was made for storms. I was made to walk through hell and come out laughing. And I've done it. I've watched everything fall apart. Dreams, loyalty, love. And I didn't flinch. I didn't curl up. I stared into the void and saw myself staring back. Unchanged. Unfazed. Unforgiving. That's when I knew. I fear nothing but weakness. Not darkness. Darkness is home. Weakness is death. There is no reward for softness. There is no prize for being liked. There is only survival. And I survive by force. I survive by grit. I survive by becoming the weapon that fear is afraid of. When others folded, I sharpened. When others prayed for mercy, I demanded more weight. I never wanted the easy road. Easy roads never made legends. I want the grind. I want the fire. I want the impossible. Because only through the impossible do I find who I really am. And who I am is inevitable. I wasn't born strong. I was made strong. Made in the worst moments of my life. Made through loss, through loneliness, through betrayal. Strength wasn't given to me. It was earned, paid for in suffering. And I'll be damned if I let that go to waste by being soft now.
A performance that truly matters. Get tickets now at Shenyun.
Soft now. I don't forgive myself for being weak. I don't make excuses for falling short. I hold the line. Every day, every second. I hold it because if I don't, who will? If I let myself slip, even once, then all of it was for nothing. And I refuse to be nothing. I am not here to make people feel good. I am not here to be understood. I am not here to be saved. I am here to dominate, to conquer everything they said I couldn't, to silence every voice that doubted me, including my own, especially my own. That voice that still tries, every now and then, to creep in. That voice that says, you've done enough. Number, not even close. That voice that says, you deserve a break. Number, I deserve to win. That voice that says, you've changed. Damn right I have. I killed the old version of me, and I don't mourn him. He was weak. He was soft. He cared too much about being liked. I don't. I care about being unstoppable. So let the world throw everything it has at me. Let the darkness come. Let the storm rise. I will not hide. I will not bow. I will not break. Because I hate weakness more than I fear darkness. And that's why I win. I am the king of my own hell. I built this place brick by brick. No one dragged me here. No one threw me in chains. I walked in willingly, carrying every regret, every mistake, every broken promise like sacred offerings. I lit the fires myself. I carved the walls with my own hands. This hell, I made it, and now I rule it. The screams that echo through the corridors, they're mine. The shadows that creep along the floor, twisting into shapes I can't name. I know them. I named them once. They were my thoughts, my guilt, my rage, my weakness. I am not innocent. I am not a victim. I've bled for every throne I sat on, even this one, especially this one. I didn't fall. I descended, slowly, proudly. I chose the fire over the light because the fire felt honest. The light lied to me. It pretended to love me, then turned cold when I needed warmth the most. The fire burned, but at least it stayed here.
He walks alone, not out of pride, but because no one could survive the fire he walked through. He is not one of many. He is the exception, the last one standing.
I walk alone because pack animals die together. I learned that the hard way. I watched loyalty turn into weakness. I watched the ones I trusted fall in unison, like dominoes rigged to collapse at the first gust of fear. I saw unity become a cage, and togetherness rot into dependency. I was there when the pack bled out under the weight of its own comfort, and I swore to myself, never again. I don't need the noise of the herd. I don't need the safety of numbers. I don't need the illusion of unity, when betrayal always hides behind smiling eyes. I don't follow, because I wasn't built to kneel. I lead myself, even if the road leads through fire. I don't ask for help, because I know the cost of relying on others. Every outstretched hand I ever took turned into a blade in my back. Every shoulder I leaned on eventually collapsed, and every promise spoken to me came wrapped in lies. I am done bleeding for people who never bled for me. The path I walk is quiet, is jagged, is cruel, but it's mine. The silence doesn't scare me anymore. It speaks louder than false affection ever did. When it's
How much could you say?
Hey, y'all. Diddy done, y'all. But keep your eyes on the prize, though. It's King Trump, goddamn it.
He was built from pain. They laughed and he listened. He is the storm they created, and the reckoning they never saw coming.
I will make them pay for mocking me. I remember every laugh, every look, every whisper they thought I couldn't hear. They mocked me like I was entertainment, like I was a joke with legs, like my existence was something to point at and smirk. They thought I was weak, powerless, forgettable. But I wasn't. I was simply quiet. I was calculating. I was storing every slight in a part of me that never forgets. Like a furnace fed with insult after insult, the fire inside me only grew hotter, brighter, hungrier. They thought I was breaking down, but I was breaking through. They wanted to see me shattered, on my knees, crawling in humiliation. But I don't kneel, not to them, not to anyone. I was underestimated. That was their first mistake. Treated like background noise, ignored like static. But even silence can grow teeth. Even shadows can strike. I don't forget the faces, the voices, the ones who sneered when I struggled, who turned pain into punchlines, who mistook my patience for weakness. They'll learn now, because I'm not what I was. I've changed. Pain did that. Mockery did that. They called me names, and each one became armor. They pointed fingers, and each one became fuel. I was the outcast, the throwaway, the freak. Now I'm the reckoning. I don't want sympathy. I don't need anyone to understand. This isn't about justice. This is about memory. About never letting the world forget who they laughed at, who they dismissed, who they thought would never rise. And now, I rise. But not like a hero. Not with fanfare. I rise like smoke after fire. Quiet, thick, choking. I rise like ash, like ruin, like the consequence of everything they thought had no consequence. I have no mercy left. They burned it out of me. I have no tears. I've cried them all. What I have now is purpose. They will see the monster they mocked become something else entirely. Something that can't be mocked. Something they can't control. They built this version of me. Every smirk they threw, a brick. Every joke at my expense, a nail. Now I'm a fortress, cold, steel-hearted, unbreakable. I will make them pay. Not with screams, not with chaos. That's too easy, too loud. I'll make them pay with silence. With the weight of everything I've become pressing down on their fragile illusions. Because now, I am their mirror. And when they look at me, they'll see what they created. They laughed when I failed. So I will succeed in